Morning, bro. It's 4:16 right now. Film, video, it's up. Bro, I've to use my fucking bed as another tripod so I can actually get to my height. It's so horror. I have to try and be a bit quieter because my parents are downstairs and I don't want to wake them up. But I'm making this video in a way to motivate anyone else watching. So I want you to understand that this is the video. This is it. Okay. I know you've been scrolling. I know you're going through your entire self-improvement saga, your self-improvement arc, where you're just continuously watching videos again and again and again to try and motivate yourself to do the work. Well, this is it. This is the last video you're going to watch. And now it's time to take action. It's time to put the work in because action is what's going to precede all your impediments, all your obstacles. Action is what's going to change that. And if you think that you've been putting the work in, I guarantee you haven't. Most likely what you've been doing, because I was stuck in this stage as well, is this thing called mental edging. It's essentially, I think the actual term for it is mental masturbation, but I like to call it mental edging because you don't actually get to reap the benefits of doing the work. And you're just continuously watching self-improvement video after self-improvement video, thinking you're being productive, but you actually haven't done anything and you've been in the same place for the past 2 months. And I know some of you are watching this right now going like, oh, he's not talking about me, he's talking about someone else. No, bro, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Because I know you can put more work in. I know that you have so much untapped potential and you still haven't decided to use that to push yourself forward. And you should. You really should. And it's disappointing if you don't. So this is it. This is your click moment. This is the moment where you start your story, your saga. The story that you'll one day tell your wife. The story that you'll one day tell your children. They'll make you into a respectable man, a respectable father. The way I like to frame this is, say your child comes up to you one day and he asks you, Dad, what did you do when the times got hard? What did you do when everything felt like it was crumbling, when things got difficult? What are you going to say? Sat around and I did nothing? How do you think he's going to look at you as a father? Think he's going to respect you as much as he would if you said, I pushed through those hard times. I did the work. Even when I didn't feel like doing the work, I did the work. How do you think he's going to look at you as a father? So I think that frame is really important to take in mind. And it's just about creating a story of experiences and lessons that you can teach to the generations to come and the people around you so you can help push everyone forward and then tell your friends, your family, your future wife and kids about how much effort you put in to put yourself in the position you are on that day. And that's going to motivate them and the people around you even further. And you essentially make the world a better place. And you have a moral obligation to look after yourself, to push yourself forward, because if you don't look after yourself, you make the world a much worse place than it could be if you did look after yourself. And this game, this competition of men, it's genuinely life and death. And I say life and death because when you win, when you do the things that you say you're going to do, you're living life at its peak and you're happy about your existence. But when you're living the life of a low-value man, it's genuinely like death. And you don't want to be living down there. You don't want to be living in those trenches. So this is the video where you take action. This is the video where you use that motivation that you've stacked up from your 120 fucking self-improvement videos and use it to do something. And if some of you are watching this right now going like, oh, I'm just fucking waffling, I'm not going to do any action because you're actually being productive, blah, 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 you can fucking click off and go back to fucking jerking off or some shit, bro. Just fuck off. I don't want you on this channel. But if you're actually genuinely watching and you've clocked that you're not doing everything that you can, then this is it. This is the video where everything starts. Okay? Do the things that make your story the best story that it could be to tell everyone around you when you actually make it. You see, my motivation factor has been so weird recently. It's been essentially that if a bad time presents itself to me, I want to push past that bad time so that I get the experience, that I get the lessons from it, and I get the outcome, which is me as a person, and I can use that to motivate other people and tell them that they can do the things that they think they can't do, that they can push past the deadlines, the obstacles, the problems, because I did it. And I'm no different to you. It's not like I'm fucking spectacular and have this trait that no one else has. It's just I was able to push through, which means you are as well, if you apply the things correctly, if you just sit down and do the work. So that's been my motivation factor recently. Right, I have a lot of work on my fucking shoulders. My A-levels are coming up, so I've got to revise all my subjects, and now I have a bunch of art to do because I'm slightly behind on that. That's just me slipping up, and I admit that, and I know it's my mistake, so I'm just going to sit down and get the work done. And I have this week to get as much work done as possible while also filming, while also getting my other subjects done. And I know I'm going to do it because if I push past this, and this is going to be a story that I'm going to be able to tell sometime in the future, saying that I had this hard week and I pushed past it. And it's something that other people can use as a source of motivation to help them push past wherever it is that they have. So I'm hoping this was it. This was the video that's going to make you click off YouTube, click off social media, and be like, this is the time to put some action in. This is time to make some progress, because it's step by step, but it's compounding interest, and it'll stack and it'll stack, and you'll eventually get where you want to be. I mean, listen, bro, it's either now or never. And I know you're not satisfied where you are, because if you were, you wouldn't be watching this video. So you have to do something. You have to put the action in. And you don't want that life of a low value man. So I've given you something to run away from. Now you have to find something to run towards. Find your goal. Find your purpose. And that's what you run towards, and you run away from the hell of a low value man. That's so important to understand. And no one's going to come round and hand it to you. No one's going to come round to drop it in your lap. You're in a hole right now, and you have to pull yourself out because no one is coming to save you. And I hope you understand that. Okay, bro. Go get it.